Hey, this is Notser, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Yueyang. This is in rank play. This is Season 14. It went live a day ago, and this is my Thanksgiving Day stream. And this game in particular was pretty insane. Now, my build is on the screen. It is a radar Yueyang, and in order to leverage that, I extend the radar duration. And in slot 5, instead of concealment, I'm actually using the legendary module for the Yueyang. It improves the rate of fire of your torpedoes and your guns. It sacrifices the duration of radar and the duration of smoke. Radar versus smoke is sort of you have one or the other. So obviously it's reducing my radar duration, but I compensate with a little bit more back from the module. Everything else is pretty typical on a DD: radio, location, concealment, basic firing training. My goal is to engage enemy DDs away from their team and kill them in the 25 seconds that my radar exists. That's my goal. And we headed over towards B point. I want to stay away. I have 6.5 concealment. It is a weakness, but I do have radar, which has 7.5 detection. So if I'm ever spotted, I can instantly use radar, detect the target, and hopefully in the 25 seconds, kill that target. And it looks like the enemy DD, one of the enemy DDs, sent torpedoes into B area. Don't know exactly who is out here yet. We haven't spotted them. And, ooh, it's a Grozo voice, so I don't really like the position he's in, but I am okay with it because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move away from the closest enemy. You'll notice very deliberately I chose to go south rather than north, and I'm moving away, firing on cooldown. The front guns are rotating awkwardly, but notice that he decided to use his smoke. Well, guess what I'm going to use? I'm going to use radar if I ever have to. Someone else seems to be using radar. I think it's the friendly Des Moines on the other side of the map. And we're able to fire on this guy, and honestly, we didn't lose much for it. And if I wanted to pursue him, he would be in a really bad spot. So I am considering pursuit, but notice that B point, the capture never got fully interrupted. And ooh, nice. Yamato takes out the Grozo voice, so one of the two DDs responsible for B point is gone. And we didn't have to use our radar and give him a little horn honk. Good job, man. That was a nice shot, taking him out. We're going to move back into this position. I do want to send these torpedoes at something, and I do want to try and contest. So I do end up sending my deep water torpedoes over to the Grozovoy, and we are contesting. Now, because of the situation, I decide to use radar because he is in the pet cap as well. And unfortunately for us, we're out in the open and right in front of a Smolensk. So this is less than ideal, but I dive into cover. Absolutely dive into cover. And we don't lose everything, but we lose a lot of health. If I could do it all over again, I would probably have positioned myself a little bit more with the island in the way so that the Smolensk couldn't engage me. But we do end up pushing off the enemy DD because he obviously doesn't want to keep getting spotted. Friendlies on my team could engage him. And as we are still detected, spotted, this gearing is very close to spotting us with our surface detection. So I sort of have to gauge which one I would be closer to, prefer to be closer to. The Smolensk is not something I want to be close to, but I don't really have a choice. I had to back away so that the gearing would not surface spot me. And the gearing seemingly is back into cab. So I am deciding, okay, well, what we could do is we could try and position this island that is southeast of B in between myself, the Smolensk, and that GK. Looks like the gearing decided to pull back. Don't know why, but it will mean that we will get this capture. Unfortunately, we lose it from the gearing. And he moves right back into cab. So the gearing is obviously radiolocated by me. He's radiolocating myself. I don't have radar to spot him, and I don't really have torpedoes to influence the game. All I can really do is contest, and that's what I'm trying to do. Don't know where the gearing happens to be, but he has spot on my ship. And it could be from that corner. Yep, okay, there he goes. We get to see exactly what he's doing. I get into a position where I am dropped off concealment. Remember, the island is blocking my position. That island is now placed in between my ship and the enemy, and I still have angle to engage the gearing. So we're just going to do free damage. He can't spot us. There's nothing close enough to spot, although that Hindenburg is just barely close enough, and we have 5 seconds on our radar. I figure if he wants to move away, he can. But if he wants to stay and contest, we'll use radar. Either way, it'll be success for us. So we're just going to wait to see if he wants to. Unfortunately, Smolensk knocks out the Yamato, but the Des Moines knocks out the Smolensk. So that's a big gain for us as well. We've got all the bases contested. We're doing great. And here we go. Enemy comes right back. Enemy gearing. We're right in the same position, right as before. This is hard for him. I can see him. I can shoot him. But no one on his team can see me when my gun blooms. So it's as if I'm still firing. And we're doing good damage to this guy. Forcing him to move back, forcing it so that we can actually get the kill on this target. And I really am. I'm just going to harass him, make sure that we can cap this. Enemy came back to try and capture C point, and, you know, we're doing well, though. We'll have 2 bases to their 1. All we have to do is defend. And the Montana knocks out a Smolensk, the Montana that's just north of A point. And I'm just blind firing to deny him this area. If he wants to go there, he can. If he really is hard enough, go right ahead. But we're doing quite fine. If we get this DD dead, there's literally nothing that can stop us. So that's where I'm at this one. I really want this guy dead. I'm noticing where the locations are. We've got the Conqueror versus the Montana. Conqueror's nearly full life. Montana's half. In my mind, we should probably be able to win that. But you'll see what happens. You'll see what happens. But he's contesting B, and the radio location indicator moved forward a little bit. Interesting. So he contested it. I stayed contest. He actually moved outside of range to drop his smoke. So I know that he's there. I know he's very, very close. Oh my goodness, really? That Conqueror just did a drive-by. What happened? What happened? The Montana completely outplayed our Conqueror. 100-0. Literally, all he had to do is turn away and farm him with HE, and he would eventually beat him. But no, he wanted to rush it and get him in a position where he couldn't get out. Enemy gearing sent his torpedoes. Because he sent his torpedoes, I got to kick it into acceleration just so I can angle my ship. No need to take these torps. We've got to try and help our team. I mean, when you got players who throw their lives away or run into the enemy, okay, good. Shima got a kill on the Thunderer. That means the C point is ours. The enemy DD, the gearing, hasn't really shown up. So I don't know what he's doing. But we have 3 bases. 3 bases, people. How do we lose this? How could we? We just have to hold our ground. And enemy is right back where he came. He clearly annoyed. But you know what I like? I like that the Montana is going to be behind the island. He won't have a direct line of sight. The enemy GK as well. So I'm just going to maneuver my position so that I can shoot this guy from basically free. And because I have radar, I can detect him even past my 6.5. And that's good. This guy, he is... I don't know what his problem is. Maybe he doesn't accept the fact that I can do this kind of damage, but he played that really slow for some reason. We kill him, we drop off detection, and this is our base. So we take a little bit more damage, but this is pretty good. All our team has to do is kill the GK, hold the 2 base advantage, and we should be good. Last known position of the Hindenburg, way back on the north side, basically in his spawn, and the last known position of the Montana, just outside of A. Clearly he spotted it. So I figure, you know what, we can move in this position. Oh, we got a hit on, we got 2 hits on the Montana, that's good. I can figure out this go position, and oh my god! This is not what I wanted to run into. I did not expect that there would be a Hindenburg, and I am praying, please miss your shots. We're as thin as we can be. GK, don't you dare try and fire on me. The Hindenburg has obviously German hydro. Oh my god. And he is rushing towards me. He is desperately trying to kill me and keep me spotted. And I'm just trying to get outside of 6.5 kilometer detection. Okay? That's all I'm trying to do. I don't want to kill you. I don't have any problem with you at this precise second. All I want to do is run away. Montana knocks out the Des Moines. We are good. We're good. We actually got out of there. I can't believe we survived that. He had us dead to rights, completely out in the open, completely vulnerable, and he does maybe 2,000 damage to us. I have no idea how that was possible, but it worked out. So, enemy GK, capture C point. Obviously, the Hindenburg is going to try and capture B. The enemy Montana captured A, killed the DD, not the DD, killed the Des Moines, and is rotating through it. I have to try and win this with barely any life. Shimakaze, barely any life. And the final remaining battleship. I don't know exactly how much life he has, but it's probably not a lot. So this is really bad. This is really, really bad. But we sent torps, assuming that the GK might pop out on the other side of the island. I feel pretty good about that. Radio location is pointing very much in that area, and it does look like he is moving. So from my point of view, I think we'll be able to kill this guy. But then we have to at least capture one base. So we're going to just take a quick look at these torps, and oh, it looks like we are hitting nothing. Oh, nope. Double torp, knocked him out. Good, good. I don't know why the view didn't show me. Yeah, oh, by the way, if you want to cycle between the views of your torps, press C to cycle. And you press Z or Z to zoom in. Now, teams capturing, yeah, oh man, we're so unhealthy. I basically can't use my health for anything anymore. We just have to capture the base and focus fire as best as we can. And, gosh. Friendly Montana has no heals as well. You know, we have a big advantage in this game, and we're going to have another base, but we still need a second base. And I come over here, contribute with the Shima. Don't know why the Shima did that. Have no idea why the Shima left the capture before it was actually captured. Highly, 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 highly recommend that you guys confirm capture before you leave. So now we get to wait here more time. And he's moving off, I guess, to go after the Hindenburg, maybe the Montana. But this will be a solo cap for us. So at least there's that. But, oh man, I just would have preferred if we captured it. And then we could have moved off together more quickly. Because, yeah, there's 7 minutes in the game. But they got 2 bases. They had 3 bases. And I don't think they have any interest. And we don't have much health left to work with. So I am very, very concerned that we won't be able to win this. And I don't want to say that. Because the game has gone so well, right? I want it to be, oh, well, Notser, you know, you got a great bunch of kills, good torpedo damage, good capture. This should easily be a save the star situation. But I really want it to be a win. So, friendly Shima is going to be heading off towards the north side of B point. I decide that I would like to try and get to the other side and keep them spotted. So, in order to do that, I sort of have to skirt this island because the Hindenburg, for all I know, could be using his hydro. And his hydro has good range, 6 kilometer range. So you need to be at least 6 kilometers even through an island in order to avoid detection. That's why I'm not just taking a straight shot. I have no idea where the Montana is, but his last known position made him turn back towards A. And I think that's good for him. I think he interprets it correctly. He probably has a mod that says that his team's going to win if nothing else changes. And yeah, there he is. He is in the back. And I'm sort of in this awkward position of trying to rotate around this to keep them spotted. So, from my eyes, what we could do in this position is I could rotate around, be at least 6 kilometers away from the Hindenburg and the Montana, keep them spotted. Friendly Montana could easily fire from behind the island on one of the targets for free. And if he's able to do that, then eventually we're going to win. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that I can get in position to spot, and I would also like to send torpedoes at the Hindenburg if possible. But I can't open fire. I don't have smoke. You know, I'm a radar ship, and I've used everything up. So we just have to rely on our teammates. Oh, great. I love relying on my teammates. I think everyone loves relying on their teammates. And these are unhealthy teammates, so we're all sort of collectively trying to work through this puzzle. And I'm hoping that by keeping the target spotted, they will be able to engage it safely, safe-ish. I'm also trying to get into a position so that I could maybe send torpedoes forward to the Montana and give them basically no play. And this would include also denying the Hindenburg outside of a very narrow window. He's hiding right behind the island. a way out. So I'm hoping, maybe the Hindenburg feels aggressively to move forward. Maybe the Montana slides right into my torps. But either way, we just have to sit here and watch. And oh man, Friendly gets the Montana almost dead. Friendly Shima sends his torps, but he also opens fire. I don't know if he's spotted by Hydro, but he's pretty much dead. Why is the Shimakaze risking his life? And he does die. What kind of play is that? We didn't need you to die. My torpedoes, they were gonna work out really nicely, I think. And the Montana still being alive, he just needs to stay back. But now the tables have turned. You know, Shima's dead. Monty's gonna die. I mean, he can't get out of this. He's dead. The Hindenburg, though, is full life. And can we keep our friendly Montana alive? Oh, well, we take out the Monty. Good, good, good. 2 versus 1. As long as this Montana just stays back, doesn't move forward. But he doesn't have any more heals. This is all the health he's ever going to have. So I'm just desperately trying to move over to A point. And, of course, Hindenburg kills the Montana. And I am left with shattered pieces of the puzzle. There's no way I can win this game. Maybe a lucky torp. I have no idea why the Shima moved in so much. All he had to do was contest B point. Allow me to spot the Montana and for my friendly Montana to fire on him. And obviously, collectively, we killed them. But losing the Shima like that, nothing we could do. And then I think the Montana on my team, he moved forward too much to the point where the Hindenburg, he could easily damage him. And there was no recovery because he didn't have any heal. So it's one of those games where it's like back and forth, really titanic, and it comes down to just a misplay. A misplay that wasn't needed. We got the Montana down to 2,500, 3,000. But that Shima, thinking that he could contribute enough to kill him, is the downfall. Now, he could open fire if he wasn't spotted, but I believe Hydro spotted him and he came too far forward, and of course, the rest is history. But man, gotta understand the situation. Otherwise, it's like, we can't do anything with that now. Now it's too far gone. He just needed to get a trade. Even a trade would have worked. If the Monty would have killed the Monty, and it would have been myself and the Shima versus the Hindenburg, we would still win this game because I would go over to A and he would be over at C. There's literally no reason for that play. So I don't want to harp on it, but you really need to pay more attention to exactly what you can do in the situation and how can the enemy win. The Hindenburg, clearly that's his win condition. Clearly using his Hydro to spot you is what he wanted to do. So why would you let him? Why would you let him? But we got 40 seconds left. Torpedo reload is maximized because we have a drone rush. We're going to cap the space, but it's not going to matter. There's not enough time to recover this. And man, we should have won this game. We absolutely should have won this game, but we didn't. And you guys got to see all of it. All the painful glory. Oh man, I really wanted this win. I really felt like we could have won it, and it was just ripped away through poor decision making. And, maybe the Shima is not the only one at fault. Absolutely, the Shima's not at fault. But all the Shima had to do is just hold his fire. Easiest thing you could possibly do, right? You would think. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing the Yueyang radar build on Rank Play. It seems to work very well, as long as you work around what it is good at and what it is bad at. Obviously, in an aircraft carrier game, you can't be completely isolated because they could come and get you. But this is not an aircraft carrier game. We needed to make plays because clearly our team couldn't do it themselves a lot of times. So, top on the team, saved our star, but that Monty on the enemy team did a great job. He really kept them in the game, and well played. Well played, guys. I'll share a bunch of my games and different ships from Rank Play this season, guys. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to check out more of my content, you can click the most recent or the most relevant uploads. You could also choose to subscribe to my channel. We do daily World Wars videos, first impression, how-to, news, and review related. My North American recruit inviter is on the screen. You can take advantage of that. I stream at twitch.tv/Notser. Thank you, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.